Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Unleashed. Quite a bit has changed since the last time I recorded. I decided to install this terraformer here, and I've got some high voltage solar panels juicing it up. Because this uh, alveary here has a little bit of problems with the desert. And you see here the temperature is 200%. And the humidity is 0%. So I can't breed any of my usual bees or have them produce anything in there for me. Unless I use a modest as my base and I just kind of straight up change its DNA. I don't know how I would say that. Genetically modify the thing using the, oh, now I can't remember the name. The inoculator, there, that's it. Um, it had some side effects. I thought it would change the entire biome, but it didn't. And its only side effect was it started planting grass and flowers everywhere, and it just started randomly planting trees. So I've got some random trees in the area. It has developed a bit of a problem. It extends all the way over here, and I didn't know this, but it will turn anything that's logged into like a tree. So my house here has trees growing on top of it now, and there's a few NPC houses over there that has it too, as you can see. Um, I had my quarry going and it dug all the way down. The only problem was it didn't get very many emeralds. I've only got 6, which means it only dug up 3. Now, I don't know about you guys, but making these emerald upgrades is ridiculously expensive. It takes 3 per each, and this is only enough for 2 upgrades right now. That's like 1/16 of what I need. I need like a stack and a half emeralds. And I had no idea why I was thinking that from like quarrying a mountain would get me my emeralds. Now, if you notice though, I have 2 brightly green colored bees in my inventory. Emerald princess bees. Yes, yes, emerald bees. I spent quite a few hours breeding these things and I finally got emerald bees. Now, what threw me off is, if you know from the regular Feed the Beast Ultimate, whenever you're breeding bees, you have to breed a hardy bee in with a rocky bee to get a resilient bee, I believe, or was it a tolerant and a? No, it's a. You breed a rocky and a tolerant to get the hardy, and then you breed the tolerant and the hardy to get the resilient. Well, they changed it. You need to breed a tolerant and a rocky bee to get a robust bee. I'm not sure exactly when they changed this or why they changed it, but it is now a robust bee and not a hardy bee. But you breed a tolerant and a robust, and you get your resilient. And then you have to do the whole process of getting lapis bees and water bees and all that good stuff. Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that because, well, I'm going to eventually need a lapis bee for my tool upgrades. But right now, it is just the bees. Or the emerald bees. It's all about the emerald bees. And I've got a little idea. I'm figuring that if I breed these 2 guys together, get my queen here, and then I inject it with the, or I use the inoculator on it to put the effects on it that I want, that I won't have to breed each and every individual bee. Okay, let's see. That is not what I want in there. I need to, I don't want maximum fertility, fastest productivity. Let's put that one in there first. Now, I'm hoping this works like I want it to, or like I'm thinking it will. If not, then I gotta breed each and every individual bee, and that's gonna be one pain in the arse. Not something I'm looking forward to. Um, so what I have slated is, while I let that go over there, I've been working on something over here. And I have a massive hole. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I have a jetpack now. I forgot that little bit. I finally broke down and made one. It's just a normal electric jetpack. I don't have anything to... I don't have any stuff to make the better ones. But I have this massive hole here, which I am going to use for Steve's Carts and thaumcraft. I think Steve's Cart's in this. Let's find out. Check mods. I accidentally clicked the wrong one. Steve's Carts. There it is. Now, I have never played with this mod before, aside from building the tanks. Now, I don't think that tanks qualifies as me tinkering with the mod, though. So I'm actually going to start messing with Steve's carts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start strip mining the very bottom of this place, and I'm going to start setting up something down there, which is going to be a surprise. Um, it's going to be a big surprise, and hopefully it'll work like I want it to, but my plans aren't complete yet, and I haven't fully thought everything through, so it's going to be a little while before it's up and operational. But what it is, I'm going to use the Steve's carts as a setup down below. It's going to drag stuff up here, and on top of this hole is going to be my thaumcraft stuff. Yep, thaumcraft. Get that out of my face. As you can see here, I've got my Thaumonomicon. I need to start working on my my research, which isn't going to be too fun. I hate research, to be honest with you. If there was a way to get out of it, I'd do it. Hands down, I'd do it. But, yeah, so this is what I got going on for right now. So, what I need to do is I'm going to have to start gathering up materials. I'm going to build my little... Well, I guess we wouldn't consider this little. I mean, it's not large by any standards, but it's not exactly small. It's bigger than that. Start gathering up materials, and I'm going to build my thaumcraft and start working on my Steve's cart stuff. I'm going to sleep the night here away first. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, I still got a little bit left. No, a question I have for you guys, is there a way to actually change the biome type? Because I was messing around with this thing, and there's this one, upgrade thing for it where it'll change the current biome to a mushroom biome, and I tried it, and it didn't exactly work. It didn't change it to a mushroom biome, it just started growing mushrooms and the mycelium everywhere, which kind of, isn't my thing. I don't like having random mushrooms everywhere. Because it grows mushrooms on top of mushrooms on top of mushrooms, so I had like a mushroom tower here, and I had to get rid of it, and it looked god-awful. So, if you guys can tell me if there's an actual way to use machinery in this game to change the biome type, without using any kind of like, without using world edit or anything like that, it would be nice to know. But moving right along on that stuff, I put this thing in here because I wanted to convert all my ores over, or all my ingots over to one type, so I wouldn't have a cluster mess of things in here. Because if you see there, I have a lot of copper, but it was a mix of two different kinds of copper, which would have taken up that extra space in this thing. And yeah, these things aren't exactly like full of item types. They get 63 item types each, but you can hold different amounts of those items, which is nice. Ooh, what's going on over here? Now, I'm pretty sure that means there's stuff in here. So, why is this not working? Is this getting power from something? I don't know, maybe it's messed up a little bit. Let's drop some... I'll drop some stuff in there and see if that'll do anything to it. But anyways, I saw this in somebody else's LP, and I thought it was a pretty good idea. They put a clock block above a drain, and they put a hopper below it. And what it'll do is it keeps hitting this thing here and keeps setting it off, and it constantly pours ingots into here, and when there becomes an actual ingot, the hopper will take it and it'll drop it into the chest, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. It's a great idea. I love it, and it works. So I decided to borrow that idea. Now let's see what's going on with this. Does this thing like reset though if you log off and log back on? Because that would be pretty dumb if it did. Let's find out. At least the brake's pretty easy. Alright, well that's not the problem. Hmm. Well, let's do it like that. Wait. Oh, the hopper must have took it. Yeah, see, if you notice, it does it all automatically. But that's working kind of sluggishly, if you ask me. Last night, it was working fast enough that you didn't actually see the ingot forming. Like, it would immediately dispense it as soon as it turned into an ingot and start pouring. I wonder if that has something to do with my computer being slow right now. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a problem, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alrighty. Let's see, what kind of building materials have I got in here? I could use cobble. I have a lot of cobble. As you can see, I've got almost 20k cobble. And I've got this stuff here. The compressed cobblestone. In a previous episode, I told you that one of my goals is to get an octuple compressed cobblestone, which is pretty much 42 million cobblestone compressed. I'm almost there. Almost. It's still going to take a lot to get there, but I've got quintuple, which is pretty good. So I got that rolling out, and I could use that if I really need to as a building resource. I think I have a lot of logs. Let's find out logs. Nope, I don't have any logs. No wait, there it is. I got quite a few logs. Not a whole lot, but a few, and then I've got a decent amount of wood. Ooh, what I want to do is I think I'm going to start planting these things here. Darkwood saplings, because I love the color blue. I love it. I just love the color blue. And I think, yeah, I'm going to grow some of them trees and start planting them everywhere. Something else I decided to use, or I started to get more cobalt, and I put it into blocks. I got some iron, got some quartz. You already knew about the quartz, though. Not really telling you anything new there. I've got quite a bit of iron now, which is really nice. Oh, and I found out something interesting. Something I didn't know about before. Something I had to find out on my own, because I didn't see it anywhere. If you put redstone on this, it increases its draw speed. So this little guy here is actually, it shoots pretty fast. And it does a decent amount of damage. It's a cobalt and iron though, because I thought iron would shoot pretty fast, but it doesn't shoot any faster than anything else. It just looks cool. And I made some, let's see. I made these steel arrows with, I put some quartz on those too. I lost one already. But they go decently far, and they'll definitely tear a mob apart. But I think I might stick with using just the regular old arrows for now. And I might even go back to that bloodwood bow, because it's a pretty good bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. I'm going to go ahead and start building that over there. I'm going to keep checking on my bees. If I come up with an interesting discovery with the bees and inoculating them as queens and it actually working, then I'll give you a heads up on that. But if not, then next time you'll see is working on the house over there. So I will be right back. I really need to get these emeralds going, because refilling these things with force gems is starting to become really pricey. I don't have too many of them left, which means I'm either going to have to go out and start hunting for more or something, because it's ridiculous. And something else I noticed with the jetpack, I do like this, but when it starts getting low on energy, I'll show you as soon as it does it. I'm going to fly around like an idiot for a little bit. Woohoo! Yeah! How much does it have now? It still has quite a bit left. I'm gonna cut it until it does it. Alright, here we go. Whenever these things start running out of juice, as you can see right now, You can clearly hear it's making this sound like it's trying to take off, but obviously I'm not flying anywhere. And I think it's nice. It lets you know that, hey, you're running out, instead of like you being flying around and all of a sudden just kind of losing your propulsion and falling into the ground. It's definitely ooh, my keyboard's messing up there. Definitely a great addition. Alright, let's see if this works. As you can see right now on this bee, I have fast pollination and fast flowering. Now, I don't care too much about the lifespan at the moment, because if my idea works just like I think it will, all I gotta do is just get another queen and inject it with the stuff. So I'm gonna put this one in here, and hopefully it'll be able to do its thing, which it looks like it is able to. It would be a lot better if I didn't have this rain. You know what? I do believe I have everything I need to make a rain machine. So, Rainmaker, which is a hardened casing made in a carpenter with water. Goody, goody, goody. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Do I have a spare carpenter or something? No, I don't think I do. Well, I'm gonna go make a carpenter and make what I need. So I'll be right back as soon as that's all taken care of. And here we go. We got our dissipation charge. Aha, yes. Clear skies. And I have enough for 9 more. Let's see, what am I missing though? I think, yeah, I'm missing more gunpowder. So I'm gonna need to get more gunpowder soon. I know in my Feed the Beast Ultimate series, I was thinking about making a creeper spawner for this, so I can get a bunch of gunpowder. But I think in this particular one, since there's a lot more choices with the bees, I'm gonna set up one for bees to make powdery combs to give me the powdery combs. Where's it at? Oh, well, if I spelled it right, I would probably get it off. Let's see, combs. Combs, barren combs. Well, this is more interesting, combs. Well, I'm not seeing it. Well, hopefully it's in here. If not, well, that kind of blows that idea. I'll have to find another way to get gunpowder. Although I have a few ideas of what I can do. So I'll just do that to get more gunpowder. And let's see how... Ooh. In action, here we go. Well, that's not my focus right now. So, ooh, 1 emerald comb. Alright, well, I got a little bit more to go before this guy is ready to show me exactly if my theory is true or not. So, I'll give it a bit. Ah, here it is. The austere bee is the one that produces the powdery combs. That's the one I need. Creepy one has an 8% chance, so that's probably not my best bet. Yeah, the austere is definitely my better bet. 50% chance of producing a powdery comb. Okay, and here's my moment of truth to tell me whether or not it worked or not. So, poof. No, it did not. I mean, I have it as secondary traits. Yeah, but it did not work like I want it to. Oh well, at least half of the job's done, so I don't have to worry about that much. And so now I'll be moving on. Alright guys, here we are. This is a good day later. I've actually been really busy on trying to get materials I need because I wanted to make the best thaumcraft house I could. And Hopefully, I did not disappoint. Um, I had to get a bunch of lapis for these lapis blocks, which kinda not hard. I have some lapis bees after all from trying to make the emerald bees. And this dark wood stuff I got from the nether, I'm using it for the wood planks. It's pretty good. And then the colored bricks is just bricks and dye. And then the obsidian bricks, which I'm thinking maybe wasn't the best idea. I mean, it goes well with it, but trying to pick them up is a real hassle. Um, I got some of my thaumcraft stuff set up, and I've got these lanterns. And if you notice, I got this glowing, sparkly crap in the air, and that is the gaseous glowstone, which, in my personal opinion, is amazing. Um, I've got a few water jars set up with some stuff, and I have another ME unit down here set up for all of my thaumcraft essence whenever I actually start producing that. Now, if I remember correctly, in the Ultimate pack and the Minecraft pack, you have 44 different types of essence. Maybe a little more, but it's around 40. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many essence there are in this one, in the Unleashed. So I've got enough set up for my 44, maybe enough for a few extra, and if not, I've got room to expand. Um, yeah, upstairs I got my beds. That's it. I don't have any kind of storage up here yet, and I'm thinking I might make this my room. That's not a bad idea. And if you notice, the roof isn't done yet. And that is specifically because there's this one type of wood that I want to get. And it is called rosewood. And I think it would look very, very nice on top of this. Because, blue and red make purple, and the obsidian is purple, so it all blends in nice and smooth. And if it isn't, well, I'll probably find something else. And if you notice, the wood logs have been replaced by the wood planks, the blue wood planks. And that is because, for some reason, this thing here, even though I have just a regular copper upgrade in it, will tear it apart every time. So I got fed up with it, and I decided to put wood planks in there. I've replaced the whole thing so it didn't look tacky, god-awful. My emerald production is doing pretty well, but sadly enough, I did some of my rethinking of things. I don't need emeralds. I needed bronze, which is alright because I can make bronze better than I can make emeralds. And here's my lapis bee with my stuff in it. I got this partially set up. I've only had enough shards, sadly enough. Well, enough that I'm willing to spare to operate 10 of these things. And it's doing pretty well. It's pushing out the juice, and this is currently my new power setup. I don't have anything else set up on the power yet, which I probably should, because I could actually eliminate using those guys there. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the best idea. And I could actually start using this for my assembly table. Yeah, my assembly table over there, which would do a lot better. And while doing my normal stuff, right, it was raining and it was night, so I decided to put a dissipation charge in the Rainmaker and then go to bed. It immediately crashed my game, so never, ever use a dissipation charge and then go to bed, because it will crash your stuff. My next step for bees, anyways, is to start getting some diamond bees rolling out, but I don't think they're actually going to be as efficient as I want them to. So I might just go ahead and break into my UU matter system. Haven't really decided on that one yet. But over in this direction... Oh, yeah, something else. I got my goggles of revealing, finally. That's how you could see that note over there. I'm pretty sure you guys could figure that one out when I forgot to mention it. But over here, I have 1/4 of my setup ready to go for my force trees. Now, I don't have anything actually planted yet. All my materials are still in here, and I've got what I've dug up over here so far, plus a little bit of inventory. But down here is where the magic is. I've got everything all nicely compact so that I can't get into there too easily, which is probably a stupid idea, but this is just how it's got to go. But I've got one solar panel and MFSU running 2 of these things. So these guys are all powered, they're all ready to go. They just need their saplings. However, I have not decided how I want to set this system up, whether I want to have everything, all the liquid force being processed over here, or if I want to have it sent over to my base over there to get processed. I'm not too sure on that. I'm not totally decided how I want to do this. I mean, it would definitely do me well to have everything done here, because it would leave me with a lot of space over there. Yeah. I'm going to give that some more thought before I actually start, building the, well, obviously I'm going to have to give it some thought before I start doing that. But I'm going to finish this up real quick. I'm going to get the other 3 done. And, let's get night. Yeah, I'm going to get the other 3 set up, and then I'll decide on how I want to do this. Now, I've had to expand this quite a bit because I ran into a little bit of a problem. This was originally going to be a 3-wide walkway, which would not have boded well because it would have crossed the pipes here. Now, I know I could have moved them somewhere else, and I could have done it in a different way, but I think this is probably my best solution for it. Just expand it by 1. I didn't want to do a whole lot of tweaking of my setup. And all I have to do is just add in 2 blocks width. 2 blocks width that direction and that direction. And that'll do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get back to this, and hopefully I get this finished up this episode, because it's running kind of long. And, yeah. So, I will be right back as soon as the rest of these are done. Alright guys, I got a huge problem. Apparently when I did my testing for this thing, I forgot to actually test the forest trees, and it's not working at all. I mean, they're growing when I've got them planted. However, this thing will not harvest them, and this thing will not plant them. So that kind of puts me at a standstill for that. I even set up this thing to help the trees grow. What I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave this here. I'm going to use some of this maybe for other tree types so I can get them away from my house, because I think that would probably be a good idea. But for the forest trees, I'm probably going to have to manually cut them down and replant them, which is going to be a huge problem. It's going to be time consuming, but it may be the only way I can go to actually get my fuel source going. And if this doesn't pan out like the way I want it to, I'm probably going to revert back to using the steam boilers, which are effective in their own rights. So anyways, I'm going to end the episode here with a huge failing disappointment. But hopefully the next time I'll have something worked out. So I'll catch you later, guys. Peace.